but it was only his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and his kid that were blocked, not the parents. Like her parents weren't blocked from him. So like he tried to go see them one day, like Christmas, like I just want to spend time with my family, and then somehow, someway, he finds out that like he can see his daughter and she's Chinese and he's not Chinese. So like she had an affair with someone, and then he got really pissed and then like went savage on that family. It was like crazy, yeah.
So it's kind of like she didn't want him to know it wasn't his kid. So
but then you find out that it's actually just like they're using some kind of tech in his mind to replay the memory, so that they can prove that he's guilty because he's in jail right now.
Right.
Because he wouldn't admit to the crime until like.
Because he went ham on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when they checked his memory and it was all a lie.
No, they had to play it like they were playing the game inside of his memory. Like it was fucked. Yeah.
What?
It's crazy.
What?
It's so complex.
Dude, Black Mirror's a fucking trip.
Yeah.
But it's so cool because here's future tech and where it could possibly go, and here's some shit that goes wrong.
Oh, we should probably start the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. This has been, 4 or 5 weeks since our last one?
Been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute, but that's fine.
I mean, we're all busy. We're all grown-ups.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Grown up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's like been like there's been like Thanksgiving and all that stuff, and
nice, no excuse.
another holiday like in the start of November. So.
Oh yeah, Remembrance Day.
Yeah, there was like 2 holidays.
I fucked up. I didn't do the moment of silence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, everyone.
I'm Buddy Jayson.
I'm Matty B.
I'm Rheal.
So I thought, I don't know, we haven't seen each other in a while. I thought we'd just try and catch up. Anything new going on with you guys? No, not a whole lot. I know, Ray, you've been having car troubles lately.
Well, yeah.
What did you run over?
Small children, ice blocks, and the Frito-Lay guy.
There you go. You know what we should talk about is Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter.
My God.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, sure.
It's crazy, man.
The man spends $44 billion to bankrupt a company.
Billion.
Yeah, like I found it fascinating because like Jack Dorsey like sent out a tweet after like Elon laid off a bunch of people when he first took over. And he goes, "This is all my fault. I didn't run the company, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, well, yeah, no fucking shit, Jack.
Wait.
Like,
who's Jack Dorsey, though?
He's the one who created Twitter.
Okay.
And, like, he had, like, the majority share of Twitter.
Okay, so he was the previous, owner.
Yeah, he was the owner.
And what
he's the founder and CEO, right?
So he's trying to say it was my fault I was running it wrong, or what?
Yeah, because, like, essentially what Twitter was doing is they hired way too many people. And, like, they weren't making enough revenue. And that's why Elon laid off a bunch of people because they weren't profitable. It was never profitable for like the last year and a half to 2 years.
Which is so funny because it's like it's not necessarily profitable, but it's one of the most influential websites.
You know how it's profitable is by advertisement.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah, that's the only way.
That's how they make their money, right?
But it's just like Twitter is one of the top web pages. It's how some people get their entire news. It's how some people communicate almost anything as part of their career.
And then like I think it was on Thursday.
Damn.
Or it was either Thursday or Friday morning, like which would have been midnight. There, just turned Friday. Like people had like a week's notice, like from an email saying like, "Hey, like, do you want to work here, or do you want 3 months severance?"
Right.
And then it was essentially to weed out like the people that didn't want to work, but the other people have to work shitty long hours.
Dude, it wasn't just work here or get severance. Yeah. It was all right, but if you're gonna work here, you're gonna be doing like minimum 80-hour weeks. Yeah. You're gonna be doing the grind,
double the work.
You have to come into office.
You're not being paid.
Yeah,
more.
not more.
Yeah, I think that the problem is like they probably didn't have. No, for sure. I'm not disagreeing with that for sure, but I wonder like how much like must have been people been fucking around. There were like there must have been some people.
No. I
guarantee like some people
yeah,
would like
was
slack
some,
off.
Of course there's some people.
Some,
that's
perfect. I'm not saying the majority.
That's expected.
No.
But
I'm not saying the majority. I'm just. But
any
you know what, dude?
single business has one or two fuckers.
No, I know, but there's like what like
11,000 or something.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of employees. There's probably like 100 fuckers.
Yeah,
there.
But again, like a percent margin. It's not.
I mean, like at that point.
But dude, he's also trying to get people out that fucking hate him. Why would he want people that work for him and that hate him?
True.
Because a bunch of people hated the acquisition, right? So.
But you can still be a manager and be hated and just be kind of hands off, and people still do
Yeah,
their
but he
job.
wants people that are willing to work with him, because like those people would just be dinks.
Well, he's gonna have to dive deep then.
Yeah, 12% of your workforce is
Yeah.
coming back. 88% has decided to
Oh,
leave.
is it actually only 12% that's staying?
It's rough. It's estimated to be about 12% staying.
Fuck. Well, he did have
there's-
88%.
There's reports that his entire payroll staff is gone. His entire tax staff is gone.
Like
But
his
you
PR
know,
team was
Elon's
gone.
smart enough that like he probably could just use the resources from.
No, that's
Tesla.
that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's going
yeah.
to the board and asking if he can if he can coerce people over.
Yeah.
But guess what? Guess what? That means he's got to pay them more than what they're being paid at Tesla.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
then he loses people from Tesla, so Tesla now has to struggle.
Yeah, but Tesla's fine, I think.
Nope.
How is Tesla not fine?
They just recalled 300,000. No, 30,000.
200,000. Or
30,000
I thought it was in the
vehicles
100,000s.
Yeah.
I thought it was 200,000.
for like a
Rear light.
something.
But, like, I think
they're-
Tesla's brand is going downhill. As other companies start coming out with more electric vehicles, people have options. And again, with Elon being the leader of Tesla and the Twitter fiasco, I've seen a lot of people online who are like, yeah, I'm not buying a Tesla. Just because of Elon Musk.
I think
but
their
I
stock
think
took a
they're
bit of a
fine.
hit too.
I think they'll be completely fine. I don't think that's.
They might, yeah, I'm sure they'll survive. But honestly,
Dude, like in the States, like it won't matter. Like people might not like the Democrat people probably won't want to buy it and support it. But like, man, it makes a lot of sense to have a Tesla in California. It makes a lot of sense to have a Tesla in Vegas. It makes a lot of sense to have it in Florida.
see, I would agree with the California, but I hear California's pretty like Republican and backwards themselves.
No, they're
No,
Democratic.
no, they're very democratic.
Oh, I'm thinking
Yeah.
Florida.
Yes.
There
Florida,
we go.
yeah.
Yes, California, absolutely.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it makes sense though, like to have an electric.
oh yeah,
vehicle.
no, it
And
absolutely.
a Tesla's a really high quality vehicle.
Well, again, but that's where I'm thinking like as more companies come out with other electric vehicles, people have options.
Sure.
But I don't agree with the fact of Elon is smart enough. I don't think he's smart, dude.
Well, he's smart enough that he's got $144 billion. In
Helps
net
when you were
worth.
given a mine from your parents.
Sure, but he also built Tesla from the ground up.
Bought a whole bunch of other people's products, and
So
I don't know.
still smart, man.
I'm starting to
You don't
think
think
he's not.
You don't think he's smart at all?
I think he's
no,
smart.
he's very smart. He's just
He's very
fucking
smart with his
dumb.
money. It's just he comes from money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sure, but I think he's pretty smart.
I'll just personally disagree.
I'm not saying he's a rocket science or anything,
No,
but
that's fair.
I think that he's smart enough to understand business. Because like if Tesla really was that shitty, they'd be fucking gone already. Mm-hmm. And they're smart enough to get people to pay him a shit ton of money for a car that doesn't come out for 4 years. So that's not his fault. That's the stupid people that get built by into the hype, just like anything.
I'm not saying that's dumb.
Yeah.
And
then the dumbest thing he did was actually fuck around and joke about like offering to buy Twitter.
No,
And it was-
and then he-
joking about it is fine.
Yeah.
The fact that he actually put in contract,
Yeah,
into
that's the
contract
part
and
that's
got it all signed.
dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that's dumb.
And then
the
he
part that's
decides-
dumb.
Yeah.
He decides partway through that he goes, "No, I don't like it,"
Yeah.
and tries to make up a bunch of bullshit
And
about
I think
it.
that because I think he saw the books and what the issues
No,
were.
originally it was a pump and dump scheme.
Oh.
He bought a shit ton of Tesla stock or Twitter stock and then badmouth it to try and drop the stock price. Or he was either drop it and then he can sell.
No, you
Alright.
wanna buy, pump it, raise the
You wanna
prices.
raise-
Okay, maybe that was it because
He
he's
would
done
want
that.
us- have
He's
sold
done
it
that with
already.
Tesla and Dogecoin too, where he buys in cheaper, says, "Hey, I'm gonna get big into this thing." The price of the stock goes way high, and then he dumps it and he
Yeah,
sells
but
it
that's
all.
like that's a lot of people though.
Yeah, no, I know, and he just uses his influence to do it that
Yeah.
way. So
Yeah,
it was
it's
a pump
just,
and
it's
dump
just
scheme,
they had official.
but
Twitter
he
had
wrote
official
it. He agreed to a
paperwork.
contract.
Yeah.
But
And so Twitter's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna survive
Ooh,
this.
I want to see
It's-
what happens Monday because people are saying the person who runs the badges at their office got fired or quit or whatever, so they can't even. They like locked up all their offices.
Yes, no one's allowed in.
So no one's allowed in
Managers-
over the weekend.
Managers don't want people in. 'cause
Well, they can't control the badges, so I want to see what happens Monday if they can get in or not.
I think that I think they'll find a way to figure out the Twitter thing. But
It'll keep running.
I do agree with. I think his big vision of it. I understand like the freedom of speech portion, but he also said like there's ways like for if there's hate speech and shit like that will make sure that it gets like taken care of. That's
Well,
what
are
he
you allowed
said.
to say the N-word or not, Matthew?
I'm just
Well, I
saying
mean,
that's. I'm not, dude. I'm just.
He's,
Well,
he's,
are
all,
we
he's,
allowed
all,
or
he's
not?
all for freedom of speech, but when people start parodying him, he starts banning them.
No, but he was just like talking about like there's like they'll monitor and like supervised hate.
Like
speech
the hate speech, thing
That's
I
all
get.
I'm saying. Like, that's what he said.
That's fine and all. I just don't understand I'm
Yeah.
for freedom of speech, and then people start mocking him, and then he bans them. It's
Yeah.
like
Soft boy.
that doesn't work that way.
Sometimes it can be an easy line to draw and a hard line, because you can just be like, okay, no one can say the N-word. You're like, all right, that's fine. But then it starts getting into stuff where he's like, oh, he's just some cotton picker. And it's like, okay, now we have to start censoring that. And then you start censoring more and more and more. And all of a sudden...
But he's... what I think he means by censored is, like, you can have it so that you can, like, if you don't like that person saying something, like, you can just, like... It's like a block, but not a block, where you can... There'll be some kind of item where it's like, I don't need to see this guy's tweets ever again. And
So you block someone.
Then he gets no real exposure or something like that.
Well, you don't see him, but he still gets the tweet out, right?
Yeah, like that's what they're gonna do. Is like it's gonna make it so it's very less visible to the public.
I wonder, is it like each user can block someone? Like I could block Jayson because I don't want to hear his words, or Twitter itself can do one of those like shadow bans.
Yeah, but
so that Jayson tweets, but it doesn't actually tweet out.
That's what Elon doesn't want. Is like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he wants shadow ban.
Yeah, because shadow bans are bullshit.
Yeah,
that's complete bullshit. Either you get banned or not. Like you have to let the person know if they're.
And I guess they have like.
Didn't they have that though, where you could block someone?
Yeah, you can block
like
people.
before in Twitter.
No, the problem is that Twitter was just like shadow banning everyone. Like they were like,
they would ban,
or they would ban.
They were straight up ban. I don't think
like
they did shadow bans.
No, they did. They definitely do shadow bans.
They did shadow bans
for those people, sex workers shelling out.
So in that case, like tweeting out like, "Hey, I'm available" or something.
Or it's like the nude pics and stuff like that.
Okay. First of all, does Twitter allow nudity?
Yeah.
Okay. Second of all, so when I say shadow ban, it's like they would tweet, but it wouldn't actually.
It wouldn't reach the. It wouldn't reach
a lot of people.
A lot of people, unless you specifically subscribe to them.
So you had to be subscribed to.
Also, I believe. I think like a lot of times, if you were to like, even like say if I were to search you up on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
I would type in your username and would actually show your account and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think for the shadow. Some of the shadow banned sex worker stuff, you would search them up, it would only pull up their mentions, and then you have to go from their mentions to their account.
Huh. Interesting. So people were using Twitter as a fucking...
Oh, a lot of people do that.
Fascinating.
I'm just trying to find what he said. New Twitter policy is freedom of speech, but not freedom of reach. Negative/hate tweets will be maxed, deboosted, and demonetized. So no ads or other revenue to Twitter.
Demonetized.
You won't find the tweet unless you specifically seek it out. That's what he's saying.
Okay, first, demonetized. People don't get paid for tweets. It's strictly any ads wouldn't show
but
on
like,
that tweet.
I think that like
because I know like say GM says I don't want to get shown.
Yeah,
on...
it's like on YouTube and stuff like that.
You can buy your own ad, right?
Advertisers can
you can buy your own ad space on Twitter too.
Yeah, but then you're paying to get paid.
Yeah, but then what happens if they notice that it's something bad? Then they're gonna.
Okay, that's the advertiser being bad. I'm saying I'm assuming it's more like say again. I'm going to say.
I don't
GM,
think Twitter pays anybody.
Twitter doesn't pay anyone.
Twitter doesn't pay anybody, so it's like it's not demonetized like in the YouTube sense where you're losing money. It's whatever. So deboosted, you can't see it unless you search.
Specifically for it, yeah. So if
you're
you go
content then.
Yeah.
It's not direct censoring.
It's not direct censoring though.
It's like Thanksgiving dinner when your crazy uncle starts going off on his rants. You're sitting there going, "All right, uncle, you sit here and go that. We're gonna go in the backyard. And we're gonna go play."
Yeah, I'm gonna go
listen to his bullshit.
Okay, the next problem becomes, and like I don't want to get into politics or anything, but say like, okay, Republicans love to bash pretty fucking hard when they chirp somebody, and it's like when they start doing that stuff, if they start getting censored a whole bunch, a bunch of Republicans are gonna go, "Hey, my free speech, you're blah blah blah," and it's like, well, yeah, it's because you guys keep doing fucking terrible shit.
Yeah, true. But I mean, this is the thing.
I think freedom of speech still allows you to say whatever you want within boundaries. Of course, there's protected stuff. But the fact that Twitter is a private company, they can
absolutely do what they want.
See, this is the thing. So let's just use a like generic like scenario, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say let's just say his name is Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's a guy, and Billy doesn't believe that like if you're naturally born a woman,
Okay.
and you become a man.
Trans stuff.
that-
Yeah.
So like that's a high thing, right? Like where people,
shit.
you know, and maybe they like and they go like, hey, like you. I accept that you become a man, but now that you can't be in between a man and a woman, like you can't be gender fluid, like you know, it's like if you converted to being a man. I'm just saying this is a scenario. It's not my opinion.
We don't believe it. We don't believe it.
Yeah, this is not my opinion.
This is an opinion.
I'm just using that as a scenario.
It's a
right?
scenario.
And they say, well, I disagree with that. You know, like I play with the blah blah blah. And if before Twitter were like, oh no, that is like, you know,
hate
like
speech or
hate
whatever.
speech or whatever, and they would just ban you for having an opinion on it. So I think what Elon's trying to say is like, hey, like you can have an opinion on it, but like he's not going to outright support people that are blatantly racist or blatantly sexist or you know like hate speech and like that. Like he's not going to support it.
Right.
But it, you know, it's their point of view is what I think he's.
And you should be allowed to say it.
And you should be allowed to say it instead of being completely deplatformed, completely like have
Cancel,
no voice,
blocked, blah, blah,
cancel, block. He's trying to reverse cancel culture. Is my understanding.
Okay.
That's what I'm understanding from that, and I believe he said that on Joe Rogan way before he even talked. Like this was like 3 years ago when he was on Joe Rogan, like the meme with him and the cigar, right? Like I believe that's my understanding. He just doesn't. He thinks hate speech or not hate speech, that deplatforming and cancel culture is very dangerous,
right?
And he's trying to reverse that.
Okay,
is my understanding. I'm not even saying I'm an Elon Musk supporter or anything.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Okay, I guess I was looking more at the more hardcore, like straight racist, sexist,
yeah,
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But then there's that middle ground.
There's people like Jordan Peterson's very controversial, right? Like you would say, like he's controversial, right? But he didn't like. I mean, and I don't know my full research, but I never thought he went completely like over the line on anything, right? He's got some, you know, maybe they're close to there, but not over the board or like this or that. He's more factual based person, and he got blocked from Twitter.
Oh,
like Twitter like banned his account.
Okay.
Twitter banned like the Kathy Griffin, the comedian.
Really?
Yeah. Like Donald Trump got banned, even though
Donald
he
Trump.
was. But I know, but like
was he still president at that time?
No, they don't ban POTUS. They banned his personal account after he because technically
he wasn't supposed to have access to his personal account when he became
president.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But they had to give him the president of the United States account, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So like that's
the
the whole issue, right? So like they was just like there might be no reason and they just ban someone, right?
Yeah.
And you don't get a clarification as to why.
Right.
Just think of it as like a Twitch streamer, right? Like sometimes they don't even know what they did wrong.
Yeah, you get banned. You're like,
oh, and you're like, what the fuck?
I don't. To this day, we don't know why Doc.
Yeah, no one knows why Doc.
Did I show my asshole?
No,
I don't remember.
I think Doc knows, but
I think Doc got a lot of money out of his settlement.
Yeah.
Like, they
it was a like under the table kind of.
Well, yeah, he got paid. I think. I could be wrong.
He might have been sued, or he might have sued them or something like that. But I think there's legal matters.
Whether you think it's wrong or right, like I understand like that crazy scenario. I think the worst one is even more concerning to me is Facebook. Like he laid off 11,000 people in one day, and he said, "Oh, I'm really sorry. This is the hardest day of my life.
Right
here, you get 6 weeks of paid work, and then we'll cover up your benefits for 6 months, all because I really fucked up, invested into virtual reality."
What's it called?
It's like, are you serious, dude?
Yeah, metaverse.
Dude,
they lost like $100 billion, like in worth of stock value, man.
That's insane.
It's insane.
And it still looked like garbage.
But you know what? The good thing out of all of this is that now there's a lot of talented tech people.
Yeah.
So many.
That all these smaller tech companies and whatnot can scoop up.
True.
And we can see huge advancements coming through.
Oh, for sure. Like, I definitely understand that. But I just find it so comedic.
It's
his metaverse, Minecraft looks better than his metaverse. And it's like, dude, you're just trying to get people to buy a fake plot of land in a virtual game.
For the same price as an actual plot of land.
Yeah,
was it that expensive?
Yeah, dude.
No.
It was $400,000 for it could be $600K to have your house right beside Mark Zuckerberg's. Like it was fucking stupid. Sorry, man.
That's alright.
Yeah, it's that stupid.
Oh my god, dude.
And it's like no. Like fuck you, man. Because of your stupid fucking idea, 11,000 people got laid off. Because of your dumbass idea. You know what I mean?
Is Facebook a private company still?
No, it's public.
It's public, and he just has like majority
well,
shares.
the problem is too they spent $9 billion on the tech for Meta.
Yeah.
So that's why the stock went down because everyone's like, why the fuck is he spending so much money?
Right.
And it's not profitable yet.
Right.
But like, I don't see a lot of people talking about fucking Meta. Like, unless I'm.
I mean, they harped on it a little bit, but
at
like,
the start,
obviously Twitter is
everyone was
way
like,
more funny.
Metaverse, right? But like, no one's shitting on Meta. Like, that's all fucking Zuckerberg's dumb idea that fucked over.
And that's why I was
people.
wondering because it's a public companies, he has a board of directors or something. Did he just come in and say, "Hey, we're doing this," and everyone's like, "Oh, okay."
If he owns majority of the stock, he gets to do that.
Yeah.
Really? Still?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the board of directors answers to the stockholders, and if he's majority stockholder,
I hold the most sway.
yeah.
Dude, yeah, like their stock dropped to like $99 from like it was high at one point. And it's been declining for like several months, but it went to a new low. And the guy was one of the guys that's like a famous guy on CNN stock market. He's just like, I'm really sorry for telling you guys to invest in this. Like I thought it was gonna be something. He was just like,
I thought better.
he let and then there's the FTX scandal and all that shit.
Oh
like,
yeah, that was a fucking shit.
that's
show,
fucking
too.
insane, man. Like that's why I find it is like so eerie to get into crypto and all that. Like it sounds so awesome because it's like a get rich quick scheme kind of like almost and almost like a Ponzi scheme. Like, hey man, like you can buy this virtual thing and then we can inflate the market for demand where it's like there's not really any demand, but like there's no one holding us accountable for anything.
We're just
There's
gonna say it's worth
like, hey man, there's this little avatar monkey, $400,000. You can sell it for $400,000. Just buy it for $100,000.
Did you see the?
I mean, what the
Justin
Bieber
Bieber
bought it for like 1.6 million, and it's only worth 69,000.
Dude, someone robbed Seth Green's like NFT wallet.
Oh, they got into his wallet?
and they stole his fucking monkey, like his Bored Ape.
Stole
yacht.
his monkey.
Yeah, they stole his Bored Ape, and he's like, man, I can't get it back. Will anyone sell me another copy? He wanted to buy another one after. I'm like, why do you need another Bored Ape?
This
He bought
is
a
the
Bored
weird
Ape
shit.
for $1.5 million.
1.8.
Bieber bought it for 1.6.
Bieber bought a Bored Ape for $1.6 million.
And then now it's only worth 69,000.
Who's the other guy that wanted to buy another?
Seth Green. Like,
Seth Green,
yeah,
another 1 point some million.
No, his was
wasn't
like
as
300
much.
grand
Oh,
or
okay.
something. That's
Okay.
still insane.
This is one of those, like, if you went back 100 years and you're talking to people and you're like, okay, in the future, we're going to have these things like digital everything.
It's like-
Someone's got a digital picture.
It's like the 90s with all the Beanie Baby shit.
Oh, yeah. At least there you have a physical thing.
And the other issue too
hold
is
it.
like you can just screenshot the photo and then use it, and then be like, well, it's mine. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Because I think the thing that was rare about it is that you have an access code to the actual
You have the
URL.
code. Yeah, you have
URL.
URL link. I
But
think.
it's so stupid. It's so
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Even
You know
when
what
you read
sucks,
into it.
man? Like those pictures look sick. Like they look cool.
Some
like
of them are cool.
They're funky and different. Like they're a
Yeah.
different kind of art. But I'm not paying money for that. Like
I'd
I would
pay-
rather just screenshot it.
Might pay $5, maybe.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like that'd be like a cool avatar or something like that. But other than that, it's like, man, are you serious?
Yeah, I don't
$500,000?
understand. I don't understand NFTs.
Nope.
We should really sit down and talk to Stefan about it more. He's really
Yeah,
into
our
NFTs.
NFT king there.
Is he the only one out of our friend
give
group
him-
who's bought
I'll-
an NFT?
Yes.
I'll give him
believe
this.
so.
Like at least they get some benefits out of it. Like
He
they
got
get-
something.
You get like concert tickets or something.
Didn't Avenge come out recently and they said something about like, hey, we're not so sure about the NFTs, but we're gonna do a different style
No,
of it?
it turns out it was a joke. He was just joking. About
Okay, that was a joke one. Okay. Was that one of those fake Twitter ones with
No,
the
that
blue
was
check mark?
That was that was his. Like legit.
That was legit him?
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
okay.
before the $8 thing.
Some of those are fucking hilarious.
There's some good ones, man.
What is it? There was that one account that bought a check mark and pretended to be a pharmaceutical company and said, you know what? Guess what? Insulin should be free. And they lost. Oh,
They're
no,
fucking-
that was alleged. Sorry, they lost.
Like,
stock price.
Percent amount of stock price that was worth like $8 billion. or
Yes, but
something.
it wasn't actually. It was just coincidental.
Yeah, they're
dental
saying
that
it's
the,
because they'd come out with their quarterly reports and it was
yeah.
a bit weak.
Yeah, but I mean the coincidence there was quite funny.
Funny as shit.
Just like another controversial thing that I like drives me nuts is like fucking Twitch streamers sharing their fucking revenue ad for the month, and they're like, oh man, like they're telling me to run 3 minutes of ads per hour, and they're gonna pay me like 30 grand. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't you do it if you're getting paid 30 grand?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's $3 an hour or 3 minutes of fucking hour, and I get your thing, but also fuck you for sharing that with everyone.
Those are only the big name ones that only have to
only
run
the
for
big
sure.
ones.
I know, and like there's
it all depends.
The small one is even worse, where it's like $1,000 for like 8 minutes. Like I get it.
It all depends. It all depends on your subscriber to viewer ratio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's the one guy that I really like watching on Twitch.
Yeah.
Subscriber count is like really really high, but his viewership is low.
Yeah.
So for when they did the revenue change for the subscriptions, and they asked him to play more ads to make up the money that he would have lost, or he loses from the subscription thing, he would have had to run 27 minutes of ads.
Wow.
Every hour to make up for the change. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know what the comedic part is though? It's like people that are don't get like the room where it's like, okay guys, like we're almost in recession here. And you're screenshotting what you're gonna get offered here, and it's like good for you. But there's a lot of people that work their ass off. They're gonna get offered like $100, and it's like read the fucking room. And he goes, "Oh, I'm not gonna take this 20 grand." Well, fuck. And then a bunch of people went, "Fuck you, take it." Like, you know what I mean? Like I would like, like people are killing for money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they work their ass off. And then the other one goes, "Oh, I should like, I talked to my whole base fam, like my chat about this, like, like we run the ads, blah blah blah." It's like, dude, you don't have to explain yourself. Like, just like you should have never shared what you're gonna get paid for ad revenue.
Yeah, but
like, I understand, like, hey, like they're offering me a high amount of dollars.
Yeah.
To run a couple extra minutes every month or for this month.
Yeah.
Per hour.
Oh, it could
but
be
like if you're subscribed, it doesn't even matter to you. Because you don't get the ads.
Oh, you don't get ads if you're subscribed?
Yeah, if you're a sub, you don't get the ads. So it's like everyone who's dedicated and loyal anyway, that will sub anyway.
Yeah.
And you get your free sub a month through Twitch Prime.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. Because, like, yes, I would obviously be like, of course you should run 3 ads. Or
No.
3 minutes of ads to get that money. Like, obviously
that's what people say.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's just like, I do understand where some streamers are like, ads fucking suck. Everyone hates ad. I hate ads. You hate ads. Everyone hates ads. I'm not even doing it.
My issue is that you screenshotted what you got offered, and it's like $30,000 for the month.
I think it's interesting because then people can see some of the inner
I know,
workings.
but it's such a fucking hero move, man. It's such a bullshit move.
The,
for all the people that, and it belittles the people that work their ass off and do more hours than the main streamers, and they get like $100. Like, it's such bullshit.
I think with the ad stuff, it had to be every hour too.
It's every hour, yeah.
So for
3
a while
minutes
there,
per hour.
Yeah, for a while there, what streamers would do is they would block everything together. Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to run 15 minutes of ads.
Everyone go get a sandwich.
Yeah, everyone take a break. Go stand up. Go outside. Touch the grass. Take a piss. Grab a coffee or something. Well, come back in 15 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just thinking how funny it would be if they could run the ad and you could still hear them. Or, like, they could still do stuff. So it's like they're running ads and you could just, like, chirp over top ads. I know advertisers would not accept that. Like, it would not work. But it'd be so funny because I'm like, all right, I have to run 3 minutes of ads.
Sports do the picture-in-picture where they'll run ads, but the action's still going on in the background,
Yeah. But I was just thinking, like...
I think Twitch has that option.
Really?
Where you can run ads and it'll just mute the stream.
It mutes the stream.
And then you can still have it in the background. It's like, hey, this is still going on. You can actually watch this if you subscribe.
But like I said, it's all irrelevant if you're subscribed. It doesn't matter.
Right, so subscribed don't get it. But I was just thinking it'd be really funny if he's like, okay, I'm going to run an ad, and it's like, Mountain Dew commercial, and you can still hear the streamer. He's like, oh, I would drink the shit out of Mountain Dew. Oh, look how fucking great that looks. Ooh.
We all know, like the top streamers that we watch have, like, let's say, like, average, like, 5K viewers. At least 1/3, if not 2/3 of them are already subbed when they watch all the time.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where it's like, dude, you don't have to be a fucking hero for all the people that don't actually sub and then share, like, hey, blah, I'm making this. Like, or I can make this. What should I do, guys? It's like, make your own fucking decision and don't have to share with people.
Yeah.
It just makes me mad, man. It's like, or they make it sound like they're so like, oh, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I'm
blah,
doing
blah,
it for
blah.
you guys,
like,
not running the
off,
ads,
man. Like, fuck you.
Hey, man,
he
just gave up 30 grand for you.
Well, oh yeah, I know, but
Appreciate
but it's
the
also
man.
that they already have so much fucking money that it's like, oh, okay, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he's like, oh, they're like, we'll pay you $30,000 for the year. He's like, well, I make $1 million a year, an extra $30,000. Nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
I have something called integrity.
Like this one guy, I love watching.
As I shove things
I
more
love
up
watching
my
his
butt.
streams, but like he had a huge train sub going. It was like one of the biggest train subs ever on Twitch history.
Oh, sick.
And like he literally like slept on stream.
Oh,
and like
God.
everyone's like, yeah, like fuck, man, like like you're not really entertaining people at that point. He's like, well, yeah,
It's pretty entertaining sometimes.
yeah, some people love it though. It's just
People are
it's
weird.
just dumb shit.
It's kind of like back in the day, there was the Dota 2, and they were doing qualifiers, and it was like running 24/7 qualifiers for like a week straight.
you would have games on constantly.
Constantly, because they'd go to different regions at a time. And so there was this group, they did like a group house, and they had like 10 or 12 people who would kind of interchange at times. But there would be like a block of 4 or 5 hours where there was like shitty games, and everyone was sleeping. And so they left the camera on a box of cats, and it was the cat cam. Yeah. And they got more viewers during the cat cam than some of the other streams.
No, for sure.
It's like, holy shit.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's just like, I don't know, just kind of like just one of those moments where it's like, we already know, we've seen your house, like, all that, you like, and that's great. Like, you're appreciative for everyone that supported you.
Yeah,
I get that, but it's also like, man, like, you don't have to fucking like, and then be like, I'm really contemplating, what should I do? It's like, fuck, make a fucking decision and keep that like number to yourself. You can say like, I got offered a good amount of money or something. You don't have to share the actual dollar sign.
Actually, I'm gonna come at it from a different angle.
I know you are.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
I've been 100% almost entirely throughout my life is that people should be more open about finances and like how much you make like for your career and how much you get paid and hourly and stuff like that. Because the more people are open, the more we understand from each other, learn from each other, and you can realize, hey, I'm getting fucked over here. So like I almost want more people to be like I want more streamers to be like, hey, I'm getting paid this much money for this much subscribers.
This also Ray's point is that this also extends into like the regular workplace.
Yeah.
Talk to your coworkers about your wage so you can know whether or not you're being paid enough.
Hey, this guy who just got hired is getting paid the same as me, and I have 3 years experience. Yeah. There's a problem here. But like I want more streamers. I would love more streamers to be like, hey, I'm getting paid this much for this many subscribers, and you're like, oh shit. But no one does that because
but they don't get paid based off their like
or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they're already getting like the problem is too Twitch is like stealing more of the revenue from their subs now too. Like they're
did they up their
isn't
numbers?
it like 60-40 or something like
Those
that?
Those are for the bigger name ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
probably
it's like a
70-30 for the smallers.
Yeah.
Or 80-20.
Fucked. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I want to continue to have Matty grind some gears here. I want to talk about Ticketmaster.
What happened to Ticketmaster?
Okay, so
you didn't hear about that one?
We'll preface this. Ticketmaster.
Was that the Taylor Swift one?
Yeah. But first, Ticketmaster has had like a monopoly over everything, right?
Yeah.
Once they bought Live Nation.
To get to
Live Nation?
something that we would enjoy going to. Blink-182 announced a world tour.
Yep.
Tickets were around like $600 to get like the nosebleeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, for the shitty seats.
And this whole new
like at every stadium, or is it a specific stadium?
I think that was just like the lowest end on.
Was
on
that
all
part of the
stadiums.
surge pricing thing?
Yeah.
And is she doing like a stadium tour, like a big
so
tour?
Taylor Swift is doing another tour.
Yeah.
Right. And the minute I think within like the first like 10-15 minutes that the tickets were available, there was so much demand for it. Ticket prices were at $26,000.
Yeah.
And it crashed the server.
They said there was a glitch that caused their surge pricing to go haywire. And yeah, I was hitting like 20.
Do you think it's because people were using bots on it and shit like
Oh,
that?
I'm sure they were.
Yeah, try to get all the
For
tickets and
an artist of her caliber.
God.
There
It
would
was
have been
bots and even just normal people trying to buy.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem is that Ticketmaster tried to introduce this thing called surge pricing, so that as more demand for a concert, prices just go up. Because it's like they're trying to cut out scalpers, where it's like, oh, everyone would pay $100, but people are willing to pay $300, so they'll go to scalpers. So we're just gonna up the price
be the
ourselves.
scalpers.
We're gonna do it ourselves.
They're actually so fucking stupid.
Oh, they're greasy as shit.
Fuck yeah, that is stupid too, man. Like
at this point, I think the FTC's in launching an investigation, but like I just can't imagine that like how this came out to be, where it's like you only have one company that does all of this.
When you think like, wouldn't SeatGeek be a competitor and all that?
SeatGeek is a secondhand.
It's secondhand.
Yeah, so they take. So if you buy tickets from Live Nation from Ticketmaster,
SeatGeek stuff's pretty reasonable for a reseller, honestly.
I've
seen like tickets like at a stadium, and it's not like crazy expensive like to buy it from off of a person. Like
Okay.
Yeah, so those are secondhand ones. Those are fine. I mean, like they aren't the ones controlling everything.
No, you can have a reasonable reselling tickets.
Yeah.
Like, it can be normal.
They almost would be like, this is the problem with like everything, like on a site, like there's so much people like on the site trying to get one thing, and the demand's so high that like it crashes everything. They almost need to do like, hey man, like you're from 1 to 5,000 people, like here you you get your time in here. Like I know it's even a fucking crazy disaster when you're in Ticketmaster to get your ticket, because it's like, hey, you have 5 minutes to get your fucking ticket, and you're like panicking, like, where the fuck's my credit card and what's my number and all that.
You
shit.
gotta make sure your internet's
working.
working.
If you something fucks up, you're fucking out, man. And it's like, good luck.
All right, back to the line. You're gonna have to wait another half hour to get back up.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's just like, man, like that was the disaster with the PS5 when it first got launched. Like me and Rheal got super lucky, and like my buddy got super lucky because I had an inside source that said, because we were all waiting for the PS5 to come out, like the pre-order was supposed to come out on the Friday, but Thursday afternoon, this guy, that's my source, texted me, like through a Twitter, and he goes, "Hey man, just giving you a heads up, like I found it on Best Buy, you can pre-order it." So I call Rheal and I call my buddy Derek, and we literally all three of us got PS5s, and we got the pre-order in before, but everyone got fucked over because everyone was told it's going to be Friday, right?
Everyone was waiting
and
for
Best
Friday.
Buy got too excited and released it early. So like me and Rheal got we all got our PS5s like day one PS5s. Like,
I feel so bad for all the people who are like, even a year later, and they're like, oh, I still can't find
worst,
a PS5.
The worst part is people had it in their carts and they were trying to go to checkout, and every time they went to checkout, it would reboot them to the front, and they'd have to go over and over and over again, and we're sold out eventually.
Oh, like online.
They had hacked it in their cart. They're trying to pay for it, and then it get reverted back, and then it kept doing it, and it goes, "Oh, sorry, we're sold out."
Because with our pre-orders, like it was through, and we just went to Best Buy and picked it up.
I got mine delivered to me.
Nice. I can't remember what I did, but yeah, that was sick, man.
Yeah.
You championed
But yeah, well,
us.
the guy was a great source. He was like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit!" Like, hey, I'm just telling you right now. But we got super lucky because, like, man, you would be. There's no way. Like,
well, we'd be waiting a year to get
yeah,
one.
yeah.
The problem I think, or like one thing that's shitty, is I would love for people to try and band together and boycott things. Where it's
Yeah.
like, say an artist comes out and does their world tour, and Ticketmaster's going to be a dick, and prices are going to be super high, and literally everyone just went, yeah, no, not going to buy it, not going to go. But you can't organize that kind of shit.
No. I almost feel like too, like with some like console release or something like that, you should like give a date like a year and a half in advance, and like just to get like an idea of how many you project to make instead of just making so minimal. But I know they always do it to create demand.
I think it's great demand, man.
Like Nintendo does it all the time.
Well,
like,
Nintendo, I know for sure.
Nintendo does
I feel
it
like
for
PlayStation.
Sure. They kind of
must have done it. I wonder if it was also
PS4
a
was
supply
okay.
thing.
Like PS4, you could find it within a couple months. Like
Yeah.
I think, but PS5 was hard to get.
I feel
for
like
a
it was
long
a
time.
bit supply issue. Probably.
Oh, it's a lot of supply issue with the chip shortage and everything like
was
that.
it pre-COVID?
It came out during COVID. Yeah.
During COVID.
Yeah, it's 2 years old now.
Damn.
Came out in 2020.
Yeah.
November 2020.
And at least it's like with Ticketmaster, there is no other alternative.
There's
No,
zero alternative.
unfortunately.
Yeah, you're fucked.
They will hit you up with additional surcharge and ticketing fees
Cool.
that
Fuck that shit.
I'm
make
kinda shocked
$15
that, like,
tickets.
They don't have the artists don't have their own website that you could just buy your tickets
The
through.
problem is Ticketmaster owns a lot of venues, like actual venues that they pulled the concerts. And if you try and fight with Ticketmaster, all of a sudden you can't sell tickets fucking anywhere.
Oh shit!
Like they have so much power in the
Wow.
industry.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. What was it? I think there was an article with an interview with Lord. She said that she the decision for her is either to go broke from not touring or to barely break even by going touring
Really?
because of how much money Ticketmaster pulls from
Yeah.
sales.
Oh man.
You know, it'd be hilarious. You're like, okay, we're doing a world tour or like a North America tour, but it's literally going to be us in our van, and we're just going to go to like parks
That's what like
and just set up little fucking speakers.
Hoodie Allen does that. Like
Well,
he
that-
books his
it's-
own venues and like
Yeah.
he sells out the venue.
Those are the smaller scale stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a label, like right.
He doesn't
So
have a label,
He
but,
is
like-
his own label.
But like if you imagine someone like Taylor Swift trying to do small town venues like that,
It's not gonna.
But like Logic, you know, like the rapper Logic is his own label as well, and like he's
Really?
sold out
Logic?
massive. Yeah,
Isn't he big?
he's huge.
And he's his own label.
Yeah, he like records everything in his own home studio and everything. Like that.
Wow.
I don't think he's part of a label.
Impressive.
And like
That's really
like
impressive.
he sells out like massive stadiums and stuff like that.
Then I started thinking like,
But then I guess though he's probably paying Ticketmaster still.
Yeah, he's still
a lot of
paying
money, but
Ticketmaster.
there's no there's no other percentage that's taken away
there's
from him, right?
There's no like.
So it's less
middle
money
person.
that he's actually in theory losing.
Okay, but I'm thinking like if you could do stuff like
It sucks though because like they're the draw, but without the stadium,
SAS
you can't go
Place,
see it.
not SAS Place,
SAS
the
Center?
X.
Yeah.
So where they played like that stadium at the X, if you could do something like say
A
that
grandstand?
size, a grandstand, and then like instead of like we're doing one show here, it's like I'm gonna be here for a week and I'm doing 7 shows
That's
here.
a smart idea.
And you
actually.
can, and every time you could just fill the venue. If someone buys
then-
tickets every day, whatever.
Didn't Garth Brooks does.
Garth Brooks came
He
here and
did
did like
too.
two or three nights.
shows, yeah.
Dude,
And then everything sold out. He's like, I'm gonna do an extra night.
dude, he was doing 2 or 3 shows a day.
Was he?
Yeah.
No.
And then it was at least 2 shows a day. And then he extended it and so he did 8 shows in Saskatoon.
Holy shit!
Because the demand. So, dude, Garth Brooks will sell out anything. Garth Brooks can go to like Commonwealth, like that huge the Edmonton like Eskimo Stadium.
Okay.
It's like can hold like 40,000 people. He could sell that out every day for probably like at least a week straight.
What a beast! My
Yeah,
God.
but dude, he's massive.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
massive.
he had like 500. I saw the documentary on him in Central Park in New York. He had a 550,000 fan concert.
What?
They like packed Central Park for Garth Brooks. It's the biggest concert.
500,000 people.
500,000 people for Garth Brooks in Central Park. It was the biggest
Holy
concert in like Central Park history.
You'd have to have speakers like along the way.
Dude, the stadium was massive. Like, and then they had like huge monitors so people could like see him and stuff like that. It was like bigger than Woodstock, man.
That's insane.
And it was just Garth
didn't
Brooks.
know-
No one else but Garth Brooks.
Just Garth
That's the other crazy
Garth
part.
Brooks.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know he was that big.
And dude, he's so rich too because you can't get his music on Apple Music. You can't get it on Spotify. I think you can get it through Amazon, but like he controls where it goes.
Right. Once you become big enough, you can kind of fight back a little bit.
Yeah. Like I know Taylor Swift had a beat
Oh, she had a huge
with
feud.
Apple. I think.
Oh, was it with Apple?
No, with her label.
Well, there was the
Yeah.
label thing. But,
Yeah, but well,
I'm sure there's a lot of
I
fights
don't.
going on.
But can you blame them? Like how much they get fucked over?
Oh God,
Like-
no. Dude, the labels are piece of shit.
It sucks because they're the talent, but they need the label at the start, but they don't need them after.
Yeah.
And the same with Ticketmaster, but the Ticketmaster just owns the building.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. It's like if you could do the grandstand thing, and it's like okay,
Yeah.
I'll be in like Saskatoon for a week, and only sell like say you only sell 1,000 tickets at the grandstand, but you do it for a
Yeah.
week, 7,000, and you get this much money. I feel like you can make more money through that than going through the Ticketmaster deal,
Definitely, you would.
because you're taking probably way more of it
Yeah.
in the end. Maybe I don't know. I'm
Do you know
pulling
what
out of my
roughly
ass.
a percentage would be that Ticketmaster gets off of like. So let's just use simple.
I don't
math.
think
It's
they've ever-
$100.
Just, I don't know if it's ever been stated.
I don't think
but
they've ever
we
stated.
can quickly
So let's just
Google.
hypothetically say it's like $100 for a ticket, right?
Yeah.
So it's simple math.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they take like $40?
Fuck, that'd be huge.
Or do you think they take like $35?
like say they take 30 or 40?
I think if you're taking over
your
20
label's
bucks,
taking
that's
30
crazy.
or 40.
Yeah. I think that you're ending up with like 15 to 20 bucks off your ticket.
The actual
that they
artist?
buy. Yeah. If it's $100.
Man, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was even as
Because
low as
dude,
like
you're
10.
paying. If not, the
'Cause
label company's helping you with like all your like stage stuff.
Stage
right?
stuff, yeah.
Like that's all part from the label company, so that's all covered. Like all the people that are getting paid that are helping out, like with the sound, the
hands
audio,
and everything.
Yeah. Like I think that maybe you're not even taking that 20. I bet you're taking like 10 or 5.
I could see 5 or 10.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
that's why that's again back to that Lord article or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, if I go on tour, I'm going to break even. I'm not making any money.
break even for going on
So
tour.
is that why she doesn't go on tour then?
That's it's her concern right now. Like she's she hasn't been on tour in a while and she wants to, but she knows that she's not going to make any money. It's just so
And
disheartening.
then I guess like her album sales, she gets like $3 per album sale.
Yeah, no, the label gets a majority of that.
Yeah, I think a label gets like 80%.
Because they distribute everything, right?
Yeah, they do all the work.
That's
and-
crazy.
But like even $3 an album, and you're selling, say, 1 million albums. There's 3 mil.
Yeah, but that's a lot. Like, but then the label company's making like
Oh,
you
I
got
know they're making-
97 million.
I know.
That's the problem. Or 90.
Because I mean, like, how'd you feel if yeah, like I go, all right, Ray, I'm gonna pay you $1 million, but I get to keep, 112 million.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like,
You're like, wait,
Well,
what?
And,
Getting
but but you're the star.
It feels like nowadays it's like you could go to some professional studio, like you could probably rent a professional studio, rent the guy to do the mixing, and pay way less money to get an album produced.
You'd be better off literally just singing live on YouTube and getting ad revenue from that plus sponsorships, and be like, you can make a song of like Katy Perry could just do the skip the dishes song and just do jingles like that from ads and make a shit ton of money. She'd make a fuck ton of money.
She would take a fuck ton. You know what the funniest thing is? Every time I deliver to No Frills, there's a No Frills like rap CD.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh man, so you gotta.
It's amazing. Yeah, and it's like on Spotify or something. And like I looked it up, and it's not just a song. It's like a 12 or 13 album song.
Wow.
So it's 12 or 13 song album, and I'm listening on the radio. I'm like, I mean, it's not terrible.
Dude, that "Skip the Dishes" song that Katy Perry sings is so catchy.
Wait, is that a thing?
You don't know about that?
I don't know. I've never heard of this either.
Oh, dude, it's on my YouTube. Like, it's my ads all the time on YouTube.
We'll have to go.
It's like skip, ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong, skip. That's all it is.
Oh my god!
It's
and she
so
probably
fire.
got paid millions for that shit.
Yeah, of course.
God.
And Skip's only in Canada.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not in America. It's like Uber Eats over there, or what's the other pop? DoorDash. DoorDash is the other big thing in the States.
And those people get paid.
Skip started, I think, either here in Saskatchewan or in Winnipeg.
No, the founders are from Saskatoon.
Oh wow!
And their headquarters are in Winnipeg.
They wanted
but the
to get in on
guy got the idea. He was a banker in London.
Like England. they have a lot of delivery.
They have a lot of delivery services in London, England, and there was nothing like that in Canada. So he came back with that idea and started Skip the Dishes.
Sick.
Because my buddy, that I worked with at Scotiabank, knows him personally.
Oh wow!
And has had because he's got his own app too that my buddy has, and it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And he was going getting essentially mentored by him on how to do a business with that. So
I don't.
Pretty nuts.
Again, it's kind of one of those big corporations, and they're taking a shit ton of money off.
Yeah, I mean, Skip even takes quite a bit of big fee out of
the restaurant hurts, the delivery driver hurts. Skip does well.
Well,
let's just say we all hate all these middlemen, right? Ticketmaster.
I just hate companies. I hate companies a lot.
You know what the thing is, though,
I hate
too?
capitalism.
I think that's why you get charged the delivery fee so that they can recoup some of that money. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, they got to make money somehow.
Yeah.
Well, they take a chunk off the restaurant and they pay you a service fee, a delivery fee, and between the two.
And I asked the guy who he works at Skip as a driver, and I was like, "Do you get a wage?" He's like, "No, it's all tip. You only get tip money."
Oh really?
Yeah.
So if
at least that's what I was told.
I believe you get paid per delivery as well.
Oh. There's a small per delivery.
Yeah.
It's really small. He said it's mostly all your money from
tips.
I believe
tips.
that.
Yeah.
It's kind of
and dude, the tips are jack shit.
It's like working on commission.
Dude, you order a $20 McDonald's meal, you're getting a $2 tip. So you drove
lucky.
all that way with gas, you're not making any money off.
Yeah. Which I think, when people, I would wonder, when people sit down and actually calculate, I'm a skip the dip driver, get dishes driver.
It makes sense in bigger cities where you have a lot of condensed stuff. Because, especially because, as Matty said, the idea came from all the delivery services in London.
Yeah.
London, at least in the center core, is very bike heavy.
Yeah.
So you would have guys that go and grab the stuff, and then go and
would
deliver,
save you a
right?
shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Or being able to, load up 4 deliveries in your car and just bing, 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 all in a neighborhood.
The one benefit that it does give your restaurant, though, is say you were searching just the different categories. So maybe it's Italian, right? And you've never heard of this place in Saskatoon. You're like, fuck it, the pictures look good. I'm gonna try it, and you try and you really like it.
Yeah.
Then they got a new customer because
right, yeah.
Oh crap, I never even heard of this place before, and now I try it and I like it, so I'm gonna go there, or I'm gonna keep ordering from there. And it's well, you got new customers that you never had before. That's the one benefit to Skip the Dishes. It does get your name out there.
Yeah.
And without that fee might be better than buying a bunch of radio ads or something. You know what I mean?
Better advertising.
It could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be.
And there's also the small benefit of these are customers that you make the meal and then you send it out. They're not coming into your restaurant, taking up a table for an hour, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, in theory, you don't have to pay as much staff, at the front, to serve.
That's why there's
why there's a shortage of people.
There's also the concept of ghost kitchens.
Yeah, where they, Mr. Beast Burger, right?
Yeah, where it's it's these restaurants that don't actually have a physical location.
Yeah, you just order and a bunch of, restaurants make your, stuff.
What? Really?
Mr. Beast Burger, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's like he's partnered with a bunch of restaurants in the States, right?
So they make...
It's like, let's just say that there's 1,000 restaurants that will make the Mr. Beast burger. And he's got a full menu of Mr. Beast like burgers. Like there's like 10 different burgers.
Okay.
And they'll make the thing like based on your location.
Yeah.
And it'll be delivered in the packaging as Mr. Beast burger, but they don't have a physical McDonald's location. You'll just be like, say it's like Burger King's making McDonald's stuff.
Yeah.
And then it has McDonald's logo, but it's made at Burger King.
Holy shit. I was just thinking the logistics of like, then that company has to get their specific, like either meat, buns, how they make their burgers.
But that gets shipped through Mr. Beast Burger.
Oh, Mr. Beast would
they provide that stuff.
So what Mr. Beast would do, he would go, all right, McDonald's, guess what? I want you to make this burger. I have all the ingredients. I have all the packaging. You just have to put the time and labor into it.
Yeah.
And you get a cut.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What a weird system.
It's cool, though. It's
That
kind
is
of fucking cool.
Absolutely fascinating.
I don't know if you can get it in Canada, but I think there is Mr. Beast Burger in Canada.
That is fascinating. Wow. Weird. Huh.
But I mean, like, the other thing is Mr. Beast isn't afraid to lose money. So he spends so much money on shit. Like,
is that a dude who...
YouTuber.
Dude, of course it is.
To be honest, though, man, like, he's the most subscribed YouTuber of all time. He passed PewDiePie.
Really?
He's got 115 million subscribers.
Who is this dude?
You've never seen him before?
No, I don't watch shit.
Oh, dude, he's like crazy videos. But you know what he does? He puts all the money he makes or sponsorship that he got sponsored for in the videos and puts it all in his video.
Okay, so he's
like
doing some crazy
doesn't waste
shit.
money. Yeah, he just insane. Like he did a full Squid Game style game with like I think it was 250 contestants, and whoever won a private island.
What?
Yeah, like he bought a private island for like 500 grand and gave it to someone.
Holy shit!
Like like he'll do like, hey man, like
fuck?
he goes, you want like this or that, and they're like, because he like came out with cookies and someone tried. He goes, hey man, thanks for trying my cookies. Here's 10 grand. Like he just does crazy shit like that.
Holy shit!
But he uses all the money he makes through his sponsorships
to do that.
Do that shit because he doesn't care about like. I'm sure he's got enough money.
So much money.
I'm sure he's got enough money.
Yeah.
Like, and all his best friends like work with him. They all make the videos together.
Yeah.
And he does insane challenges. Like he said PewDiePie, I think 100,000 times in 24 hours. And he went PewDiePie. And it was live streamed and it was accurate. He actually did it. Like he does dumb challenges that are like insane. He stayed inside of an ice house without a jacket, with maybe like one jacket for I think 48 hours.
Just freezing his nuts off.
Freezing his nuts off.
Huh.
And everyone was trying to get him out. If he failed the challenge, like he would have to dump honey on him and then feathers in front of public and shit like that. Or maybe it was 24 hours. Whatever. It was really hard, right?
Yeah.
Intense. And like he did it. Like he does crazy shit.
Huh.
He found a way to stay underwater or in water for 24 hours.
Just like
It was a challenge. He just put he literally stayed at the bottom of a pool for
with like
24
a
hours.
tube or something?
Yeah, like he would he put weights on and then he would get oxygen and all that stuff like that. But
I think there's like some sort of liquid that has oxygen in it or something that you can breathe in. I'm not 100% on this.
Really?
I'm not.
Do you know that
quote on me?
we were talking about
people used to use the old diving bells.
Well, yeah, but no, I'm talking like a legit, it's a specialized liquid developed
that
you can.
That helps you sing.
You breathe you breathe it in and you can get enough. I could be.
You get
completely
oxygen from
retarded.
water.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have to be
you'd
pure
have
water?
to have gills.
Yeah, wouldn't you have to have pure water? Wouldn't it chlorine water wouldn't give you air?
I'm probably wrong on this. It might have been
That'd
a
be really
fantasy
sick,
novel
though.
or something.
It's like you take that thing from Harry Potter and you become a shark.
Oh yeah, just fucking grow some gills.
Yeah, grow some gills.
I wonder how close we are with science to do that. Give someone gills.
I don't know. Did you guys hear about Chris Hemsworth?
No.
He had this show that came out on the National Geographic, and it's 6 extreme challenges that he does, and it's all about essentially leads to the whole goal of how can you defy aging, or how can you slow aging down to live a longer life.
What kind of stuff was he doing?
So I've watched 2 episodes so far, and the first one is hilarious in my opinion. I think it's really stupid, but the second one's really cool. So the first one is him doing a stress test on himself, because stress is a natural part of his life, and they're talking about how much stress can actually cause future heart conditions, future strokes, this and that. It can also shorten your lifespan and all that, because stress can build up, and how you deal with stress. So they made him go, I think, to the highest building in all of Australia, and they put a crane on the top of the
It was
roof.
3 floors.
No, it was insane. It was high, and he had to walk a crane there and back.
Huh.
But it's just to see how elevated, like, and how, like, when you become petrified with your stress,
Yeah.
to take a moment to reduce everything and get back to normal.
Okay.
So they went and put him through a bunch of stressful situations. Like he went into a fire drill, like as a firefighter, and he had to go save 3 bodies, and the building was on fire. So he had a professional with him, but he was using so much oxygen because of his breathing, because he was stressed out in the situation, that he could only do, like, save 1 body instead of the 2. And, like, it's, like, all about, like, how, like, the way he coped with the stress was to do meditation in between. Like, or if he's, like, feeling a lot of stress in his life because he's got a wife and kids and he's a busy guy with being an actor.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So, like, how does he deal with it? So, like, he would do this breathing technique, and then he walked the thing, and he started at his heart rate was at, like, his heart rate normally, which is insane, I think, is, like, somewhere between 60 to 70 beats per minute, which is, like, pretty low. Like,
Holy shit,
it's
that's
really
low.
that's super healthy.
That's like Olympic athlete.
No, athletes I think are like 40.
Yeah,
Are they seriously?
Yeah, dude. Like, but like his was like pretty low for like a normal
40?
person.
Yeah.
Like,
Dead.
He's jacked. Like he's jacked, right?
Yeah,
but
no,
like
he's in
he
good
had a
shape.
really good heart rate.
Yeah.
It went up to 150 beats per minute when he was on like walking, because he saw the down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
and he kind of like, but he kept going. Then he got to the end, but he had to walk back, right? So he got to the end and he did a breathing exercise, and his heart rate went down by like 40 beats per minute. So then he was able to like, but the shitty things, there's like steps on the crane, and it was like, oh, but he was harnessed and everything, but like it's just the stress on your body, right?
Yeah.
So that one I thought was hilarious, because like she's like, you gotta slow down your breathing and all that. It's like, no fucking shit. Like, I know I'm stressed.
Yeah, I'm
walking
losing
a
it right
fucking
now.
plank right now. The second one that I've seen is he did a polar plunge. So like he was
This
getting
seems weird.
because the cold can actually help your immune system.
Okay.
Like the cold water has benefits if you do like a hot and cold.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
like what they were showing is like how the immune system can actually repair itself
Oh.
with you doing there's research that's been done that studies show that there's benefits to having from a hot to cold thing.
Okay.
And it helps your immune system repair itself quicker with the extra like cold or whatever. I don't know. It just helps your immune system and helps slow your heart rate and everything like that.
Yeah.
But so he did this huge. He went to, I think it was like Norway, and it was winter in Norway, and the water was just like good enough that you could swim in it. Like, it wasn't ice water, but it was super duper cold, right?
Yep.
So he like had this guy who does like long distance cold swims, and he trained him, and like all he had to do was 250 meters, but like your body can get into such a shock that you freeze and you can just drown, or you can die of like so fast if you don't know what you're doing and if you're not trained properly.
Yep.
So he did it and he completed it. But there was a girl from Finland that because they show normal people that, you know, hey, like they do this now because it's improved their life. And she does like polar plunges, but she's a free diver. So she will crack, like, not even like a frozen lake. She'll cut a hole in the lake. She's got her like dry suit and everything, and her fins. She will free dive into the frozen lake and then like climb the wall, like the ice, like it's a wall, and just swim for like 8 minutes. She free dives so she doesn't have like anything, no snorkel or anything. She can control her breathing for 8 minutes
in cold water.
In cold water, like freezing cold water. She's got a wetsuit on, but like
but dude,
and dude, like, so she had like this huge leg injury, and she said she could not even get 2 hours of sleep because it was burning so bad because her nerve damage was so bad, and she tried surgeries, she tried this and that, and the only thing that worked was cold shock therapy. So like you put something in ice cold water for a certain period of time, and now she doesn't have any issues anymore. But like, so they were just showing the benefits, but that freaked me out. It was like 8 minutes of like. But then I watched a documentary after that because I got fascinated in free diving. And there's like people, I don't know where it is, like it's either in New Guinea or in like Philippines or something like that. They like live on water.
Yeah.
And they can free dive for like 30 minutes underwater without
Some
anything.
people are insane.
It's insane, dude. They are like, that's as close. They're just going to evolve into fish, bro.
They're going to make
like,
it.
Seriously,
they're the first ones.
They're going to evolve, man. Like, it's insane what they can do.
Is that evolving forwards or backwards?
I guess it would be. I guess
we're going back to water.
It would technically be backwards.
What up, fish? I'm back.
Reverse. It's reverse, man.
Reverse osmosis. It's insane. Like once you, it's like the fear, controlling your breathing,
Yeah.
controlling your heart rate, and like, but even doing all that, how they hold their breath for that long is insane.
Yeah,
like
well,
even above ground, like when
Yeah.
people are calm and you try and hold your breath, you can do like a normal person can do like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Above ground,
I think so. Yeah.
like, and that's pretty good. And then underwater, it's even harder.
There is techniques to being able to.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I'd be too dumb to ever figure that out.
No, you have to do the training and you have to do the blah
but
blah blah.
I still would probably be dumb in the training. Like,
Nah, you'd figure it out eventually, but it's hardcore.
it's crazy though, man.
I was gonna say my belief for anti-aging is still telomeres. We'll get there.
Yeah,
Well-
eventually.
And then sorry, I'll finish this off. It just all goes full circle. So like yesterday, like I saw a news bit on IGN that he's taking a long break from acting.
Hemsworth?
Yeah, because he just finished up everything. But when he was shooting that show,
Yeah.
they did one episode about the brain.
Ooh.
And they did a DNA test that he's got this gene that is a high percentage chance that eventually will lead to Alzheimer's.
Oh yeah, I just heard about that.
His mom's side has it, and then
Yeah.
his dad's side has it, so he's got the genes. Doesn't mean he will get Alzheimer's, but there's a higher chance of getting it.
Yeah.
So like he's like, man, and I think like the whole thing is just showing like how do I slow the aging process down to like make this life longer and longer and like not be as immortal but as close to it as you can be, right?
Or just have a good life up until you're old.
And healthy and like be very old. Like let's say like make it to 100 or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like so like that's his process, but now he's taking a break because he's like I'm maybe obsessive to this and he's only like 38, but he's like I'm going to go and spend time with my family now and all that while it really matters, like, you know, because I've done all my obligations now. I'm going to take and maybe that's only like 6 months off. I don't know what it is,
Hey,
but he's taking time off.
Take some time off, man.
I was like, that's cool, man. Like, I don't think everyone's shitting on him for it. I'm
Dude,
like,
if everyone could just take a couple months off here and there.
everyone's shitting on him for it, but I'm like, dude, like, I don't,
What?
he's
Why?
a father and a husband. Like, I mean, that's busy enough already.
He's
Like,
made a shit ton of movies for you. Calm down.
Yeah.
All right. I guess what Ray and I need to do is watch that documentary and then do the exact opposite of it.
So I'm gonna
To
take
bring
hot
on-
showers. What was the
To bring
first?
death.
Oh, I'm gonna be as calm as possible.
No, you got to be stressed out, man.
No, that's what he did. We're doing the opposite.
No, he's calming down from his stress.
Oh, so
you need to stress.
I need to
yourself
lay
out.
in bed and get stressed as fuck.
Yeah, you need to really. You
So it's
gotta
just
get,
like normal.
Rheal needs shock therapy, where he
Probably
just gets
do.
shocked. Like, oh, I'm stressed.
I just need it in general.
Rheal
Yeah.
just needs 500 milligrams
So we can-
of
yeah.
caffeine before bed.
Yeah.
That will help to.
Honestly,
do
at that
that.
point,
We're
it will
gonna
put me
bring-
to sleep.
We're gonna
Yeah,
bring.
you would
the way it
die.
is nowadays.
You would die.
We're gonna run head first towards death. Yeah. All right. We're gonna call it there because we got plans to meet up with other guys after this.
Happy
so.
to be back and do a podcast. We'll try and get some more out before the holidays.
Oh yeah. Eventually, we're gonna take another holiday break again, like normal.
But you know what? It's our podcast, so we can do what we want.
We got to spend time with the family. While JK play MMOs.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Logan Strange.